Hello and welcome. Uh, my name is Rajesh Mehta and I'm part of the team here at ElegantJ BI, and with me is Pradeep Sharma. And this is a presentation on one of the key features of ElegantJ BI, which is the time series. For those of you who are seeing this series for the first time, ElegantJ BI is a complete business intelligence platform used by customers around the globe. They include customers who have users in thousands and customers who have a small setup and have up 25 people into analytics. It's a very sturdy product known for its ease in scale up, its ease in usage, its amazing return on investment, and there are a few other videos which I'm sure you would like to check out. And one way to get off, if you are not aware of ElegantJ BI, is to download the eval version from our website elegantjbi.com and have a look at it, and have a look at the series of videos that we have uploaded, so you can get going and start using it immediately. So what's the time series feature in ElegantJ BI? It's unique in its ability that it allows you to look at your data in a timeline in multiple perspectives. So depending on depending on your context, you will be able to see the data in a particular time frame. So it is a unique feature, and I invite you to not let it pass your mind as one of those ordinary features which don't have a bigger impact. So this is one of the key features of ElegantJ BI, which allows business users to do deep analytics. So the first place where the time series comes into play is when you build the aggregated data cube, which you can see in these cubes here. So these are the data sources on the left side, and once you extract the data and put it in these cubes, you get an option to aggregate data from a particular month. So say for example, if you have your financial year starting from January, or you would have your financial year starting from say April, you can actually aggregate data based on that would make say April the number one month in the time series here. And of course you can use the calendar year also, irrespective of how you have aggregated the data. So this is the main engine which analyzes the data, and you can see there's another unique feature of ElegantJ BI which allows you to design on a desktop or a laptop, and you view the results on any device, being a responsive and adaptive product. It has the power to to design once and use anywhere. So the same feature gets available on your mobile device or your tablet. So now let me get to one of the dashboards, and I'll do a quick demonstration of the how the time series looks on a dashboard. So here you see a cross tab which has got comparative sales of a couple of years and the aggregated or the summary data at the end. So you can, one of the things obviously is that you can start drilling down the data based on the hierarchy you have set in the timeline. So you can drill up to day, you can drill up to second, you can go to any granular level till which you have the data. So other than that, what one can do is one can filter the data based on a particular month or a particular date, or anything you would choose. So say for example, I would like to see the data for the fourth quarter of all these years. So I would click quarter 4 on the timeline, and I would see the data, comparative data for these years for quarter 4. So it's so easy to filter and kind of analyze, but the real power is in diving deep into the data and seeing how your sales campaigns went, how your seasonal sales kind of varied over a period, how your say social media campaign resulted in impact on your e-commerce sales. So the analysis of that type, where you run a particular campaign on ad hoc dates and you have impact on something which is, say, seasonal, say for example a bad monsoon, when you have to do analysis of those type, you need to look deep into the timelines, and that is what Pradeep is going to demonstrate. So over to Pradeep, who is going to take over, and then I'll speak for a few seconds again at the end. Pradeep, okay? Thank you.
Thank you. So let's explore the functionality of time series. So here we'll take one example using cross tab. So this is sales demo cube, and here, say example, I take state in row and cross sales in data sections, and here you can see that time dimension is available here. So year, quarter, month is available. So for a regular use, you can see that all these years are available. But say example, if you want to find out, or if you want to compare based on your ad hoc time duration, some of the use cases are, say example, you want to compare festive season sales this year, previous year, or you may have run a campaign for few days, but those days are not fixed or common for different year. So in all these scenarios, this time series is very helpful. So for that, say I'll remove this year time dimensions here. So we have state and gross sales here. So to compare different time period on gross sales, so I take this gross sales again. So this is the same column, and it is having the same data here. So now to open time series, here you can see in top right corner, I click on this icon, and here both the column that we have selected, gross sales and gross sales underscore 1, is available here. So we'll apply our ad hoc time durations on both the columns, and you can choose calendar year or your financial year, and there are three ways you can interact. Say absolute time series, relative time series. So in absolute, you see the specific name of year, quarter, month, etc. In relative time series, you can see this is a relative reference, so meaning that if you select year, it would be current year, -1 would be previous year, so that would be and this is previous to previous year. It also has functionalities like ready to use functionalities like YTD, year, starting from year till date, and this is for current year, this is for previous year. And you have range also, wherein you can have pass it on range parameters, so between selected date and all that. So let's take example here. So say example, I'm choosing 2016, and I'm choosing month November, and say this 3 days data. So it could be festive season, like in India, like say example Diwali festive season in 2016 these days, and in another column I'm selecting different year, 2015, and I'm choosing month October, and these 4 days here. So this is ad hoc time duration, and it could be like your campaign that for a specific year over year you have run a campaign, but in different time duration. So you can select this way, and you can press here, so you can see the data has changed. Say I'm just applying summary here on both column, and I want to see what is the growth in both the in compared to this previous period to current period. So I like to add column here, and I take this column gross sales minus gross sales underscore 1 into 100, and we are comparing with previous period. So here you can see growth expression is added. This is custom expressions, and there are a lot of functionalities are there, like you can format, you can add percentage symbol, etc. Say I want to add that percentage symbol, so you can find all this functionality in detail. And so this is the example of ad hoc duration of maybe festive season or your campaign. It could be like in different industry, different scenarios are there. Say example, in retail you may just add Saturday and Sunday sales. You can clear your filter from here, and you may just want to add Saturday and Sunday. So that is also one example that you want to see the sales of weekend only. Or say another example, in relative time series I am choosing say YTD starting from year till date. So we have data of 2016, so this is 2018, 17, and this is 16, so I'm choosing this. So YTD of 2016, so you can consider that as example this current year. And in another column I'm choosing YTD minus 3, that is previous year to that. So when I choose that, you can see the data has changed. So that way you can choose, and say example you want to have more columns here for say example MTD, etc. So we can obviously add more columns here. So in a single analysis you can have this day's data, previous day, current year, current month MTD, previous month MTD, and all that. So in a single analysis you can compare. So this is grosses underscore 3 and 4. So we go here in time series, and these are the other columns so that we have added grosses underscore 2 and 3. So I can take that in relative time series. So if I am comparing MTD, so I'm choosing say this is my year 2016, within that I want to have this month, so it will take current month. And in last column again I'm choosing that same year, but say MTD minus 1, so that is previous month. So here you can see that all these different time durations you can have in a single analysis. So that is quite powerful for your ad hoc analysis. Yeah, so I'm giving it to Rajesh.
Okay, thank you, Pradeep. So as you could notice, there is enormous amount of flexibility which is available in using the time series. So what Pradeep did demonstrate was that there is a way you can look at absolute data, relative data, as well as range of data in the same analysis. So the possibilities are limited only by your imagination. So once again, I invite you to download the ElegantJ BI, visit our support site, look at our videos, share your inputs, and let us know. Thank you very much.